Because 85% of the Christians in America are still prejudiced. I'm not going to lie to you. You prejudice. You still have your CCM music and then your gospel hour. You're prejudiced. The truth is, you're uncomfortable with black people. There's a whole lot of us. That's just the bottom line. He's a black man. And you don't want to see Darky get in office. Okay? And you can say all of this, oh, it doesn't make a difference to this black man. God teaches us to love anybody, but you haven't invited me for supper yet. And how would you feel if your young white daughter came home with a black Christian man? It would offset your value system. It would definitely offset your cultural system. You are ashamed of the fact that you haven't matured as the body of Christ to accept the fact that you can't stop homosexuals from doinking each other. You can't stop that. They're going to do what they do. What you need to do is you need to preach the gospel and make disciples. Now, politics should mask the morality of the church. And most of the time, in most cases, it does. The problem is most Christians don't understand politics. Bottom line is this. Under the Republican regime, African American incarceration in the United States has soared to 86%. That means 4 out of 5 black men are in prison. And we have the opportunity for a black male role model which can change the tide of this nation for a deprived community that you don't invite to dinner. We have an opportunity for that tide to be changed, for the laws that have been oppressive to black people and black Christians in America for over 450 years. Those laws can be changed. Laws can be amended so African Americans who are now Christian ministers but are still listed as convicted felons can have their records more easily expunged to attain greater education, greater wage pay. Under the Republican regime, companies like Unicor and BP, British Petroleum, have had over 1,400% profit, but Unicor is using prison inmates to make the uniforms for the United States enlisted soldiers that are dying in a war that they had no business fighting in the first place. Sure, everything's fine that we caught the Iraqi leader, what's his name, Saddam Hussein. And mind you, the things that he did were horrific. He bombed the Kurds with all kinds of gas. He killed those people in northern Iraq mercilessly. And yes, look, man, the truth of the matter is he did deserve death. But under false pretenses, the United States government sent our army over there to start a war to topple a government that when there is no government in place and we have American business interests in the middle of it, we, under our Constitution, have the right and the obligation to defend our nation, both foreign and domestic, and our interests. The whole purpose of the war was to get soldiers over there so they could build pipelines from the Caspian Sea straight through Iraq and really want to penetrate Iran, but can't do it. Look, man, you guys are not voting for Obama because you're scared of black people. That's the truth. And, you know, if you're not, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what agendas the Republicans have that are beneficial to African Americans in the United States, because the church sure ain't. We have to change the way we think. If the love of Jesus Christ is in you, you ain't got to worry about abortion clinics because kids won't be needing to get abortions. You don't have to worry about gay and lesbian marriages, because if we spread the truth with love and we really pray for them the way we should, the book of Job says, and the captivity of Job was turned when he prayed for his friends. Some of the things that are going on in this country is because Christians have been downsizing. Grow up. Politics is politics. The demonic practices in this nation are going to continue until we attack the demons, not the politicians. Get your head right and your politics will get straight. Democrats are going to open up more employment opportunities than they have ever been. 2003, in 2005, Bush signed the North American Trade Union to dissolve the borders between Canada and Mexico. That was the Republican regime that didn't fight that. They undergirded that thing. And he did that behind our back. But you don't know that because you're too busy speaking in tongues. Get real. Our nation getting ready to fall apart because we ain't preaching the gospel. And you worried about a black man getting in office. He ain't gonna eat chicken in the White House. And if he do, so what? Grow up, man. He ain't no Muslim. He's a Christian. He's a devout Christian. Probably more devout than you are. You know, we're so scared of Muslims. Why? Because the guys over there that are bombing places and blowing up places, they're not Muslims. According to Quranic Arabic, those guys, they're not martyrs. They're not martyrs. They're martyrs according to what is known as hadith, the sayings of men. The Quran says to follow all the scriptures that came before that book. And those scriptures say thou shalt not kill. These guys are political murderers. They ain't Muslims. So stop worrying about Muslims. Oh, please. Kalaka, kalaka, hakbar, hakbar, whatever. Grow up.